Salomo. They know they work now the country ben. Tribalism don't put we go PN. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run up to them. For we country money. And it's how we then go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we then go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tranga it at your smile. Then they put we on cry. See right now we walk they say them walk alive. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. I pay the people and don't tire with the system. Tire with the way then they lie. Where they want make them host and they married with Salo money then they use buy. Where they want buy their speedboat and them Salo money then they use buy. Where they tell them the truth and they vex. Now radio and TV they deny. Una want them move for the bambai. Una want them move for the bambai. We tired with the rotten system. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. Tired with them but cool lie. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. And sound of the give fire. We don't tire. We belly them empty. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. They say them walk alive. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Now then they shoot, then they loot, then they take, then all they put. We journalists, them sit on them youth. Raga spice up, tell them the truth. How long pan this? How long pan that? How long for the thief we money and go? You know me say because of we born pampo, that means say we for die pampo. We economy is slow, country no they grow. Oh no, Ebola lalio. And then they give we the light like the cutting. And it's how they go. We travel in the country. We belly them empty. What not in the country? How we gon' survive? They say them walk alive. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Put on them. And it's how we go with the put on. And it's how we go with the put on. I for with the put on. I for with the put on. They say the word way I talk, pardon vex, the mommy don't tense. They say money not there na the bank, and don't take 10 out, then don't make friends. Now the audit report make we no say the white paper, na all nonsense. Then say na the part the rule, but woman say na the mommy. Then say na the part the rule, but woman say na the mommy. When me tell them the true raga man, them say me I. When me tell them the true raga man, them say me I. So then they go tell the Pope in a room, say we dey suffer. Mama Salon the sky. We dey suffer. ERNEST where you go. We dey suffer. No justice for the poor. We dey suffer. We dey make for you party. We dey suffer. You know they make for you country. We dey suffer. Let them go. We dey suffer. We don't tire for you, so we dey suffer. Yo. Price control not there. Everything just stay there. Transportation the money. Boom. I saw the thing set. Oh Salon. Oh yo, raga spice. Oh yo, Mama son and answer. See me Yeah. They say them woke alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I tell them the story. Story. We make Salomon. They know they work now the country bend. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run up to them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tranga it at just smile. Then they put whip and cry. See right now we hope they say them work alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. They say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Them be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. I pay the people and don't tire with the system. Tire with the way them they lie.
Fambole muna kushe henuna aduo. We are done come back today for come talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet ya hearts and low. Now we hold. Whoa, let we let for do them bad things them. We the feel a most and low. Now we hold. Whoa, we had. And if we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want for make we yard go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We no mean bad, oh, we just want for make we yard go before. Fumble, kushe, how they go? Well, sometimes then they can say it's not necessary for us then questioning they because you know how things they go on and how people and they do. But I go say no. If finally we ask because the way how things they go and the kind we thing we me they see. If finally we they ask if really Salon people or we Adonians them really okay or they not okay. It left to them for tell we. And the answer no go come now, but it go get for come on the day and after we then don't vote. Waiting we see go make we know if them be okay or they not okay at all. Well, inside the program today, me one bangles not day, but the glove where don't come for protect we hand, you know, where we they do with boxing, me and Bayraytay, it dey with we inside the program. Well, the man from the buffer, Imran T, they with we inside the program this evening time. Kushe sir, welcome papa.
Pambulem, ina kushe, plenty ado to una all kabo today na Saturday, they like today, salon, in those days where things be good for people them, where at least people are able for rub them 2 pennies together, make them full, and he will get them celebrate in the evening 10 years so they manage their life. But what to the area now, then say thing don't get dire tranga. God go help we one day soon. We go push and shift this bad sababu way timapna with throat. Fambulem, una come inside and join we and let we talk heart to heart because family, when una come together, una share una problem, una don't almost have them. So we say to una join we here. This is home. And let we talk heart to heart. Unakabo.
All right. Now in that too, the glove where they protect we right now. In other words, they will carry people in the play ball and get and call shield guard. where if you kick we safety, we need to feel like again because right now we get somebody we in look in I don't know waiting you get if a quarters or anything, but you buffer way even when a buffer you just eat far paranormal, but it looks strong past some cement house or concrete house themselves. Anyway, it ain't with inside the program, follow up more. Now we can go and see we get another person we can join inside the program today. This is the former spokesman for the presidential spokesman. Well, under the former caretaker ERNEST by KOROMA. Same way so now part of the APC media team for this particular campaign. It is with inside the studio and in name na Abudlai Bayraytay. Kushesa and Kabo.
Thank you very much, Sengbet Pierre and Imran Una. Thank you. And Fambulem where they watch and listen in ourselves in a Kabo.
All right, today we not waste any time. We want for go because a lot of questions then they where we go want for understand waiting don't they happen, with regards all of them things then they. But before that, you will watch me right now as you just the kind of don't start to 422 na YouTube, 134 likes. Do ya not left bien no? Why you left you comping bien? If we did do anything way wrong, make sure we know. We go try for see how we can patch up. We not big for say sorry, just that something and they. It's bad. So if you not say you the benefit from this particular program, please hit the like button for we. I not say you won't forget. Not forget. You're not getting easy for forget. Thank you very much. I see the thing they transform. Okay, not to just you. We fail not say people and just don't join me for the first time inside the program. And if you don't join me for the first time inside the program, we did talk about 74,837 people watch now this part. You see the subscriber count. That number where you see not to just number now people and we don't subscribe to the channel. And we get few more days follow we reach 100,000. Abba. We know they make we reach this or waiting. We want to see how big and we be. Interestingly, we find out then there's say a lot of people really they watch and they follow what they do. We're not they try for give any fake message, but sometimes we want to see how best information and they go because a lot of time they people then they say how bad or hope say then people then they hear and then they follow. So we don't know that one day. Not worry about that one day. So you will not subscribe it. Let me see now. Touch for the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, we don't welcome the latest family member inside the program. And we election baskets they go on. Waiting down there simply means it means we want to cover the election good fast one all over the country. Then there's just in fact today I want to see the kind way how the number they transform. Afraid for go one meeting, we saw for all meeting for the election basket. Because I know say una no go put me per shame for let me begin one per meeting because of cop or no day. Una no put me per shame at all. We get this big time budget of 15,000 as we did talk so. We there low. That we there around 2,000. So can you imagine 15,000? We talk about 2,000 something. Please, no make we shame. I beg. Yeah, what they beg. That is small thing they can inside the election basket because we want to make sure say something and they will not get for dinner AYV. It not get for dinner 98. It not get for dinner SLBC. We not go hesitate for bring and come now because we get we mission now for make sure say we report everything inside this election. So that the money, if you want for make we do that, they support we let at $20. The number where we get so right now, if all man put $20, we get inside one day. But so please on a battery. You will want for support we through Cash App or Zelle. Sister admin go let go the number down there for we for let we go before Siam. So you go do that for we. If you want for do on PayPal, please not follow any email. Just go na PayPal, search for Sama KOROMA, SAMMA KOROMA, and then you go see we profile picture come up, and then you go see something the way we hide. When I na about we now only when you go inside you go for Siam when you donate something. So please go there and do something. Okay, now some side now salon you want for send and quick. Now we had MoneyGram here Western Union, not scared. Send them to Fatmata Bangura, yeah? Now any one of the platform there, and then you send the receipt for we now we number we can normally use. Thank you very much in advance because we know say we are actually good one. Thank you and welcome to the latest family member we don't join me again. We not the waste time we go now to we guest we get inside the program. We na Abudlai.
Not forget for tell them say this wonderful organization now a freelance journalist them we no get censored by the government.
No.
So the things them way the government's not they reach because then they censor all the other medium them and platform them within Sierra Leone, una na independence people them. And una not get any source of income, una na independence group, and una not they advertising na the money they in no they do that. For me, una we will give 100% attention to the things that really happen.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. See what I tell you, the boxing glove day with we, they protect you any side. Also, one go in a wrong side, say, hey, come now. Make your finger so left finger not scrap. Anyway, it just don't protect me one right finger. Thank you very much for that. Okay, so we go straight to we guest Abudlai Bayraytay. And let me start with this. So far, so good. Waiting on the happen now on your side. How the campaign so far don't they go? On a comfortable with how the campaign they go? Let me get the update from you.
So far, the campaign they go on as we want them. We did yesterday, of course, na Konona. We on them for good day. We go there. The people are energized. Dr. Kefala Mara was there. We former ambassador in Russia, Yambasu was there. You get people when are prominent folks them. Then, of course, Dr. Samura Kamara himself and his running mates, they all been there. We get a message for Sierra Leoneans then. The message, a message of hope, a message where we don't tell Sierra Leoneans and say the SLPP not good for this country because of the terrible things and way they do with the economy and the human rights violations and where they go on. But we don't make a point very clear. The one point we don't make is we go legally resist the Sierra Leone police with all the intimidation the way that they do on the APC party. Because yesterday, where we they enter Kono, they end up go SLPP operatives them block kind code.
Right. The good network from we had. Actually, the inside we had. Welcome to the show. This is the program we had on YouTube and on Facebook, and we can, wait for them. But see, Yusufu give me $50 on how you call them? Give me $50 on YouTube. But I appeal to na and la beguna. For now, until if na the election basket una want for support, una not send na YouTube. You know why? Or una not send them na Facebook. You know why? Because like then they knock plenty part of that one day, and the way they come to we is small. And remember, I say this na 10 follow we get together with a big. Yusuf, thank you, we appreciate them so much. But do you in the future anybody we want for giving money? Una not send na YouTube, una not send na Facebook. Una do am for we through Zelle, Cash App, MoneyGram, Ria, PayPal. So it come to we direct because then when they are where they go so now, then they cut big percentage, and the way they come to we better. And remember how if waiting we for put together. Then and they don't cut their own. It will still disable we, yeah. But still we appreciate una so much now for the future, yeah. And somebody else we don't do the same thing, so we want for beg una for tomorrow. We beg there, yeah, for the next time. You get to now, Mr. Bayraytay?
Yes, I get to now. Yes, thank you.
Go ahead. Then block Kai Kodu Road.
Yes, then block Kai Kodu Road. Then redirect with convoy. For go waiting and call John Kelly Street, when of course we they try for go to the community center. But when then they do that, I think say we get for calm as a party in the most strong uncertain terms, not only for condemn that act say by the Sierra Leone police, but for make sure say we get the capacity as a party for legally resist them. We they go through elections, pre-election cycle right now. I think say it wrong. We on time where they allocate we. When would they go for let them go fire tear gas per we? Not to Kononomo, they don't do them. They don't do them severally. And sometimes we can all say, oh, the national community, the international community. But you know what? The international community, they also look forward to we again as Sierra Leoneans them. How for make sure say we handle then challenges the people and as a party so that we that exercise restraint. Dr. Samura Kamara, he expressed a lot of calmness, even when he addressed the people in Akono. He make it clear, say, you know what? They make some deliberate efforts there for prevent we for can't get out of this sonaya. But at the end of the day, the people then don't resolve say SLPP not good for govern Sierra Leone, and therefore they give them the exit. And because the party, the SLPP know that, they don't resort to intimidation, they don't resort to harassment, and they don't resort to illegal arrest them in this country. Anybody will raise in voice, then they go for cow you down. But it is a long strategy we suspect they are implementing. Come elections time, the strategy now for they're able to pull what you call military aid to civil power, the MACP, where they work very closely with the Sierra Leone police, so that areas then where they know say, we as APC, we get more support, then go deploy them people and they with a view for intimidate the people them, for harass them, so that they know come more for can votes. But I want to assure all APC people and say, that strategy they not get for work. The reason being, no to APC no more don't resolve say SLPP for go. Sierra Leoneans then when you talk to them will tell you say, the hardship in the country, the cost of living way they don't mess the economy, the unnecessary killings that we don't happen in this country, they say, whilst then they suffer, it better made them there with peace and calmness, rather than anybody will raise in voice, then they go after you. So based on that, we back as a party, we don't make it very clear that we go make sure say we legally resist the police them with all the intimidation the way that they do.
Okay, so first of all, before we go into the thing where we dey suspect, what in the police then tell una say happen when make them decide for lockdown go dey pa una? Because I know say no other activity not for go on when una dey campaign. You know, basically no other political activity not go for go on. Now una no more forget the one old tongue, Kwedu City for example, for do una campaign. They explain to una why they block them.
The excuse we then give now one of the weakest ever middle year after they don't put the calendar for this campaign period here. They say because SLPP, their office there in Kankodu Road, we know for past day. Instead, then divert we. Why the owners not for day on the police? So make sure say, since now we on day for campaign, let SLPP people
so the question why they ask now, because APC office there now, standard ESM Brookfields, you know, railway line, means say if SLPP they come out, they not the past day.
When Adameka say that is the thing, because we believe say, look for instance, where they go to McKinney, we office regional headquarters office there na Magboroka Road. Then we sub office there na Field Road na McKinney. Then past day, then parade day, we not do anything against them, then go there very peacefully. Why if we want go na Kenema, pass then go harass with it? Why if we go Kailaun then for harass with it? Why if we go na Kono, then for go there and say we not for past day rather than divert way? I think say that na undue advantage, then they give to the SLPP them, we contravene even the very, very calendar where the Electoral Commission pulled. So now that make we, whilst we they remain very peaceful, we they send a clear message for say we get the full capacity as a party for legally resist the police them, as long as we they do and within the confines of the law, because at the end of the day, this election, therefore make sure say them be neutral, therefore be independent, and therefore be professional.
So from when we see the campaign they happen, it's obvious that they're not independent, they're not neutral and all of them things. And for example, it's just obvious say they get one focus. Now just that they know if for achieve that focus they yet. I remember the time Samuel Kamara come out in America where he used the road for come inside Freetown along 38. Then fire tear gas under him to car outside na fuel 90 day. Of course, that send one message say then only get one intention when I for kill him. Right from that
well,
policy.
of course.
We see it happen na Kono. We see outside Samoa there on top the motoka again. Then fire a lot of tear gas there. Pass where it been get for Kandong. You know, when in your term, you know, invade nobody in your calendar. It get for run for a life as well. So it just obvious say they get one intention now for killer. So wait una they wait for. Is it that una for wait until they kill Samoa before una say una they take any other action?
They're not going able to kill him because Sierra Leoneans are determined. And we as a party, we determine. But you know what? We as a party, we they promote what you call peace in the country. because now he already don't speak to we first pillar now we One Nation manifesto. But at the same time though, when you push somebody too much now the wall, if you no say that person get the capacity for bounce back. Now that make with the come now very clearly say all the intimidating tactics they are when they use, when they become used by the state, therefore be independent, just like what you say. But we don't see the assassination attempt on Samura Kamara in life. Now my 38 way Komoyanda, where they go fire tear gas, we get the potential for don't ignite an explosion. Then we also see a similar situation will happen right inside Kwedu town. So we, whilst we they condemn this, we they make sure say we also collate the events them, the key players that were involved, because at the end of the day, there can be potential candidates for possible prosecution in the future. But in the meantime, though, we as a party, we want for reiterate the position, say, we get the capacity for resist in the most legal ways any form of intimidation where them people there want come with, because they know so already, then they on the verge for lost the elections. Because if you don't come, you don't tell Sierra Leoneans and say, you manifesto na bonyan they can't give it because in your 2018 manifesto, you don't already achieve anything. If anybody they will need peace, if I don't be the government, we say don't achieve everything. Now that make we they also call on President Bio. It gets a moral and political responsibility because the fountain of honor, if we come out eloquently. Now, one thing for go sign a peace communique with other political parties, but it is one thing for make statements them, we get the potential for incite and undermine the very democracy and peace in our country. So the onus stay on them for come out eloquently and condemn this acts way in party they perpetrate against innocent people them, including the APC and people them will get dissenting voices them in the name of democracy and regime change and the clamp down against people. Nothing say it's good for a country. And me now one person, whilst people and they say, oh, the United Nations and they, the EU then they, the African Union then they, agreed then they. But them gets three principles there for observed elections. Then get the non-interference, the independence, and the impartiality. So which means we as Sierra Leoneans then, we get the major responsibility for protect and guard we own nascent democracy. And this is where when we see things and they go bad, we for come out even beyond party politics for condemn them in no uncertain terms.
The man from the Bafa, the platform that you own, Abudlai Bayraytay to you.
Well, Mr. Bayraytay, Kabo Kushe, first I want to tell you boku thank you for the work una they do. Because we all know very well, say, the people that una they deal with, now people that were very shrewd, they're very rough, they're very nasty. And they're fearless. I remember we'll be small, they may get one Chinese one they call fearless hyena. They are like hyenas, then they scavenge, and then they do very, very deplorable things them that the country. People in the area where you talk about this things going bad. People then go say it is laughable for you for say that things are going bad. Things are worse. If you done bad from the word go for the last 5 years, what is there they have not done? All the things that way they talk about and where they happened before we, it's not new. Not a news story anymore. But people and they say, right, looking at the situation, it's like una the ruling class, una de inside the Quran, then we, the people, we did the Bible. Una they talk Arabic, we they talk Hebrew. Una they speak from the same page. People they don't fed up. For the area, una they talk about who they fix legally. You within your own mind, you know say the court system not a work. You know for say Sierra Leone a rogue state at the moment because Sierra Leone as it is. Now a criminal enterprise of which Mother Biona the CEO. The police, now one of the departments there. The High Court, now another department. The ECSL is another department. So there is a big issue here where It's known. But it seems we are not putting nothing together, because right now as we speak, from all what you say, you talk about elections. But the people them we give the vested interest, so let una act on their behalf. They say they don't want this election again, because this election is foregone. Then people had origam. You know, say election for be based on certain principle, free, fair, and credible. It is fearful, it is not free, and
I like the credibility.
And no, there's no credibility, panel. So why would not still, what the people that they tell una they don't want the election? Because una hear say, would they protest? Would they demonstrate? Would they complain? Say, we don't want to let anybody thief, we will now, we earn. And una know very well that this election is being rigged already. Why would they make all this fuss about, hey, we resist legally? There is no legal resistance in radio. They don't push una, then they wound una, then they boss una head. And even right now, looking at this thing, at the CC, una no risk assess. If una do risk assessment, Samura no go to team up, Pantapuda Motoka, we una no see snipers then they, and then people are then capable of shooting at him. And they're not go do one at the south too, then go west at the north. Just take out and kill a policeman. When they want kill him, na southern and they can't kill him na north. So we are worried. I speak not just as somebody when they waiting the program, and also they speak as a citizen of Sierra Leone, where happen to be APC. And I tell you, the fear where a lot of APC people then get, they not feel to say una really they pull una socks. Because all them excuse. When not they serve international community, when not they serve European community, when not they serve UK, when not they serve America. Now the people of Sierra Leone they serve, and the people of Sierra Leone say they don't want this election. They don't trust the ECSL. What do you get for say about that, sir?
Thank you very much. I agree with you to a very large extent in terms of your analysis then. For say, yes, we as a party, we get for step up. I agree with you on that. But the step up we need for step up, we don't already establish the premise, say, the SLPP, then they use violence and intimidation. We cannot also be seen to perpetuate violence.
It's not new, it's consistent.
We cannot also be seen as a party for perpetuate violence and undermine the peace where we already say we can be what you call the antithesis of what we do. Because when we do that one day, it's like, where is the alternative then where the APC say that they can't wait? And Sierra Leoneans them, when we develop a manifesto, the one thing we make we put them as number one pillar, when the researchers they engage Sierra Leoneans across the board, they say, listen, whatever development agenda one can with, they say SLPP then don't divide the country. The country it don't become so divisive. They say for let una roll out any development agenda, una focus on peace and for bring people in together. That way, when we roll out the agenda for development, it could be embraced. But if whilst we don't commit ourselves in a manifesto, then during the campaign, then see something contrary to that, I think say it will be a contradiction as a very responsible party waiting for form the government. So that's one clarification what I made. Now that make we already don't also include the issues and where you highlight, where you eloquently put say, we don't see human rights violations then. Now that make if you go now with One Nation manifesto, you go see say pillar 7. Now one of the issues there way for depoliticized state institutions then.
All right.
There's a prima facie say yes, already they don't compromise some of the state institutions then. So the questions then where Sierra Leoneans then they ask we is waiting now we your alternative. So now that way we believe say we not believe say when they come with violence. If we back say we go with violence, we people and they in the majority, At the end of the day, violence, no they solve violence. Now that make we they continue for entry to people them for be peaceful. Whilst at the same time, we they collate all the incidents there so that people can be held accountable. Because we are a government in waiting, we should not be barbaric as they are. That is the difference between we and them.
Well, one go say, to be honest, Mr. Farise, you speak very well. I really like the way you put the argument. But I'm still worried here. The reason being, una don't go sign and communicate for make una go conduct yourself in the most peaceful way. You know, for say when you talk about peace, you can forget a partner for it. One person not the whole peace. So una don't sign it communique, and una have been very compliant. APC has been compliant all the way. But the other party, when are SLPP, you know they call them SLPP, Sierra Leone People's Party anymore, and they call them Sierra Leone People's Problem. Then consistently they flout, waiting and sign, and then get a leader. Now then quick for telling them say APC no they can't condemn, APC no they can't condemn, but then consistently they flout a communique with and sign for whole peace in the country. And there is a quote in the Bible from Amos 3:3. Two can walk together only if there is agreement. It is now clear, say there is no agreement for peace between UNASEF and SLPP. And as you rightly talk about peace, everywhere where you go to the world, you get self-defense. When una go begin telling una people and for let them defend themselves, we not they talk safe for let we be violent. None of us believes in violence. But we are all human beings, and we all deserve for live with dignity. They're not going to boss we aid. And what they do, not to come on assault. This kind of attack, that when they attack, now grievous bodily harm. And the other day, I was so furious why every one of you big men them come. It is unfortunate. What is unfortunate when you boss spot in the aid? You give person a big laceration at his face. You don't deform that person there for life. That is grievous bodily harm. Yes, it is very, very serious. And when you say something unfortunate, now something when an accident, now mistake, you know me now. This is premeditated. This is nothing with them plan, orchestrated. And from what matter be you talk na Kailahu. If you talk and say they're not for allow APC, then they're not for even one vote.
Fatima.
So clearly, waiting at the sea at this point, it is like they sat down, they had a discussion, they concluded that this would be their policy, and they don't sign up for their policy. And we get direct attacks from this same policy, if you don't sign the communique. We are not feel to say we let the people down because we are not defend the people left. This is not a Jesus business. Slap me, I give the other job.
More especially, where Marabi don't call on in people and say the police and the military know for defend them, so they for defend themselves. We don't even talk and before this time say he as a leader for become, but in people enough for become.
Not for calm.
Well, that point they will not raise. That is why right now, if you do a survey, they ask you SLPP, APC. Now, whose party go able to bring people them together and therefore we trust them with the political leadership of this country? I bet you when me can come on air, when I get this kind of invitation, and they do randomized calls across the country, people then trust the APC. We don't exercise a whole lot of restraint. But you know what? People right now, the country they in dire straits. The economic suffering is terrible. There is to economy. Today, the rest don't go up to between 700 to 780,000. In fact, Jasmine rice don't go up to 850,000 euros. If we say whether they come with the violence, the peace agreement will go sign the communique, we get moral guarantors them. We have the United Nations, Ndidi. We get the African Union representation.
You still watch we had on YouTube and on Facebook. Osai, we talk to
if we stay with and come with that violence day, we back go into violence, it will be chaos in this country. And when Dr. Samura come into governance for repair that chaos day and men, it will be very challenging for we. Now that make we believe say people should be held accountable. Now that make even the human rights violations then when they commit in this country, we they collect the events, we collect the key players that were involved. At the end of the day, people can take individual responsibility. That thing for go hide under several examples waiting happen at every coast. We don't see examples and where happen at Guinea. We don't see various examples then where people them when up antagonists them in the democratic process in the country, they will be held accountable as individuals. That is what we are doing. And that is what any government in waiting, we're responsible. We believe, say,
all right, with the look forget them again inside it gets struggle with the network. Imran, let's tell you something. I strongly believe in that particular thing there. You know, if you watch Pillar 1 of the APC manifesto, then talk about this national one nation, national cohesion and so. And I will tell you this for real. We people go serve as a witness several times. Most of the people they talk so now, we don't discuss. And I strongly believe say that particular pillar they come from this particular channel. We do a program several times now where people say they want only two things from Samura Kamara. They want for you let it unite the country, and they want for let it transform the economy. This keep that thing the end. I say the same way with the target Samura Kamara with the put on. But I don't want to use the word unfortunately, but fortunately, we can see say it appear now the manifesto. Well, very good. It shows say then they listen to the people of waiting they exactly want. Una already watch show now with channel right now. Now una self been called now one program who ask say if Samura Kamara become president, you know, waiting una want for even before the elect him as the flag bearer, we don't begin for prepare the ground. So I'm very much pleased and happy for say, not only go sit down at APC and team and make a manifesto, but something where we believe on, where we feel say na info take we country go before. In the part of the manifesto. And that is why me particularly want change. And I will tell you for real, if finally we become rough in terms of what they talk, but something in there, I can massage some things them. Because waiting I know from waiting Obama been talk, he say if because you want power, you divide the people them. When you get that power there, it will be very difficult for you for bringing them come together. And exactly that matter beauty face so. Because when he begin for talk that word, say me as a leader, I for be calm, but una not for be calm. From the very first time when SLPP win, this so-called policeman beat him when they talk. So that's why sometimes I can laugh. They beat policeman and Akenima. If not to God, they for kill them. From that day, they begin the reach out game from both the government still come to the supporter them. And we hear it from Pademba Road, where the former female woman leader came and talk, say, I was amazed. That's not the exact, I use a word, sorry. I was amazed for the kind of action we take na Pademba Road, when he not be supposed to do it. And he basically tell we say, now, then go make sure say they armed the other one. So you imagine now how the country don't divide, because the willingness, they can always talk about political willingness. And the willingness for divide the country, it did for Madabio. It don't tell me one time say the country always divided along tribal line, along religion line. So as a leader, you know they talk that. Now this is not the man who tell me say he and the former caretaker, not to party. If you're not a leader, you want progress, you want to move on. You get to know how you for handle your people in. But if we miss the opportunity now, trust me, Samoa will win election. It could be very difficult for Samoa to handle the country again. Because that 10 days, then go down so waiting and call bad and dirty nasty seed of hatred. Wait,
my brother, right now,
already
the society polarized.
Their issues and we highlight.
Yes, go ahead. Bayraytay, go ahead. Abudlai, sorry.
The line don't cut again.
Yes, it gets struggle with the network. Okay. Imran, come in. Mr. Bayraytay, you get me?
Yes, I get to now.
Yes, go ahead. You want to make point just now. Go ahead before Imran can insight.
The point where they make, you touch on something very important. It is one thing for you to be elected as a president. And it is something else for you to be a leader for the people. The statements that we, Mother Biodo, make, since we assume the governance of this country, they're not just in sync with the public. Now that make, I will tell you for free say, when you talk to a cross-section of Sierra Leoneans, we not belong to any political party, then will tell you say, the reason we make them they vote for APC, now because of the terrible policies them and the division where President Bio don't come with. Imagine at the wake of the August 10 demonstration, una all see the kind statements and way President Bio make. It bring division, it go single out one old political party, it label them as terrorists, it label them as insurrectionists, it label them as coupists. Who does that? Against the main opposition party, where in a democracy, this is a complementary organization of people, where for all the government accountable. So you can see the divisiveness.
So if as recent as now, what they talk about so now, President Bio and in West and in one little team, they expose one set of people to hate, one set of people to danger. You know, like everywhere that they go, they talk about Kamakwe, Kamakwe, Kamakwe. That one then are the worst thing they will ever do to one set of people then.
Honestly.
Because you did expose them to the other one them, you did make the other one them feel say, them people are not the normal, and we because not the normal, we forgo against them. And it's
not even that example, they not even go there as Pierre. Imagine the first lady way unelected in this country. If they go Kailaun, if they go tell people and say, APC not even qualify for Kergo banners them of Dr. Samura inside Kailaun. When you go make such a statement, what do you expect if APC then go for go make Cindy then go attack them? Then a hate speech. Now that make your agenda is how do you depoliticize state institutions them? Because when they go make their statements and they unoyeri the PPRC for even come and condemn that kind of statement, which is wrong. And because it's wrong, we therefore be different from them. Now that makes Sierra Leoneans and they continue for repose confidence in we for say yes, we can be entrusted with the leadership of this country because we make sure say we do waiting best. Now that make Samura Kamara make a statement say the WIO manifesto it go beyond just making mere promises. It is a commitment to Sierra Leoneans because it also don't subject itself from day one for say the people and get rights for Olam accountable. Unlike President Bio, when we ask him why he travel too much, where we make the between Mboku travel and the dire straits of the economy, he say we the jealous him because he travel. We don't come clearly say we not get reason for jealous him. We only the Olam account because of the waste we don't, the corruption we don't do. Look, even right now, imagine if we not been get the IMF, we come in, then can give $20 million just at almost close to elections because the state was on the verge of collapse. It was on the verge of collapse. This is a direct budget support they give. When they're not for do that one day, they're not for able to pay salaries them. Other social services, they all go back. So at the end of the day, the state will collapse because we're very fragile right now as a nation. The difference now with we as APC is we should be able to maintain the space, continue for cajole and canvass the people in this country when are the political sovereigns them, we call them in political science, so that they will say yes. Then why from even the campaign term up to the term where Dr. Samura will become the president, we don't see a trend of being a peaceful party, and therefore the first pillar in the manifesto, we for trust them with that say, then go able for bring peace and also unite the country so that we go able for address the economic challenges in this country. Because trust me, the people are suffering. I'll tell you that for free. When me come almost 2 weeks ago from Canada. It's different when you did it, you did read people and they grumble. But when you did at the ground, Pierre and Imran, trust me, from the airports, when we come, passengers, and when they're able to see some of we, they say, "Una no waiting, it better una come." Then people are, they don't useless this country. We need una voices in this country for let we pull them people there because they're not good for Sierra Leone. And that is why some of us left all what we are doing to be in Sierra Leone so that we will make sure, say, we join hands with comrades on the ground because the country Sierra Leone come first. SLPP, the bottom line is, imagine the power of arrest them. As I talk to una even today, then go arrest somebody like Atopias. Imagine them go to Aberdeen, they even go search Rigoli.
So we know who are these Atopias, you know, let people understand.
The NGC guy with effect.
Thank you. He left, he say, you don't care, like you go with the NGC party symbol, but we as the people, we believe in that you so alliance. We they go APC because you don't see say they get a clear vision for this country. When they come, the next thing, then go search in place, then say then they look for illegal documents.
Happen just after when they declare their support, not when they can't they can't join the party, when they declare their support for the
now when they don't declare.
Yes.
So always they go see that. Then go see APC card and certification. Imagine you go arrest somebody for that. Is that not even a contravention?
NGC document and APC.
Thank you.
Yes.
So is that not even a contravention of even chapter 3 when I entrenched clauses in our constitution where everybody get the right for associate to any grouping of in choice?
So what then from there, what did go search in OS for?
Now only God knows, but it is part of the strategy. And look at it.
I don't believe say they even get warrants.
So at the end of the day, they even go now on Rigoli in place. They say then they go look for arms and weapons and ammunition.
On Rigoli, now APC post we can declare as well for the flag bearer position.
Thank you. At the end of the day, they go now in place now Aberdeen. They no meet and they search, they not see anything. They arrest 3 of the people and where they meet at the host.
So
why you want
talk so right now, before you talk about why, as we talk so right now, waiting at the status, who side them people are they? Who side Arthur they? Arthur still in a CID?
Arthur still in a CID. I just talked to in lawyer at the Macaulay this evening. We confirmed to me, all waiter they tell you so. Because we want to make sure we will come on air, now we give people them the facts. Make them understand, say, the allegations of violence, political intimidation and harassment and illegal arrest them, where the Sierra Leone police they perpetuate right now, then they try for circumvent and rubbish with democracy. Clear intimidation and harassment because they don't know, say, I always they make the point. If Mother Bio don't come say, you don't work for we, you manifesto, you say you don't achieve everything, they can't give we. Why you for arrest people then because then they're against you politically? Why you for harass people then? Left people then. Rigoli, no need for calm. He contested, he not get the flag bearer, he they work for him party very clearly. Why you for go you say they go search for weapon them? Is that not part of political intimidation? Why that for happen in this country?
Well, the thing way for me, I hear all what you say right now, and I agree with you. But what is new? Now that's a lot of critics then go say, because a lot of people then criticize the party leadership right now. Say all them things they are way you mentioned, so they are not new. They've been happening consistently since 10 people take power. They not accuse all man, white paper here and there. The person where they go say they go do white paper, then say Grompig, they go search pocket rata. Where all man not say that Grompig na the thief man. You know, to an extent that it's laughable. People they no say them people there, they are ruthless. Them people there no really civil in anything what they do. For some of us, where they criticize them, We they wait for me to do something good. Since when they come, they not do nothing good. So me not see why APC still the work the way we they work. Because even America, England, them first duty now for protect them people. But now we see the policeman them where gets the responsibility for protect lives and property. Even then self-safe, they don't infiltrate them. Now then they connive with the government for beat people them, wrongfully arrest people them, and as you said, put them, it is against the constitution. So we go just sit down no more. We do Mother Teresa and Mahatma Gandhi. When are we going to say it's enough? You know, when I get for draw the line, some point, the red line.
Now, do you know the political capital where APC don't get because of all the things that way you rightly articulate so? The political capital is when you go to Amnesty International and Human Rights reports, you go to the U.S. State Department report, we indict this government. At the end of the day, people and say, well, we AP.
All right, you still watch we are on YouTube and on Facebook, and we still get
make a lot of people they gravitate towards the APC for say yes, the SL.
All right, you listen to Abudlai Bayraytay, when a former presidential spokesman, and same way so a member of the APC media campaign team where they talk to we, and of course you get the glove, the man from the Bafa. You know, when Imran, you know, it with you inside the program today. We get 1,119 people able to watch with 387 likes. Please, you the watch right now. I know say they follow the discussion so much that you don't forget for like. Now for like the program and share and for we. And as well on Facebook, let's just see how much we get on Facebook quickly. On Facebook, we get 719 people able to watch on Facebook with 434 likes. Please, thank you very much. And don't forget for like and share the program as well. For you will not share the program mate. And I just want for going to PayPal quickly and get some few 2 people and we'd actually send, you know, for we something with the PayPal. We get for now I will just say AH send for we 44.51 euros. And then BK for now. I know call on a full name until now. Give me the go ahead for calling a full name if you want to follow do that. But BK na uma name is sent for we 11.17 or 17, you know, euros. So thank you very much. Yesterday, Nabi DP stand for we DP stand for 11.14 euros. So thank you very much. We appreciate it. Now please, this is not the PayPal. If you want for send something for una PayPal, not send them to we email. Just go to the PayPal and search for Sama KOROMA, SAMMA. KOROMA, okay, and then you do whatever thing. Then please make sure say you tell me whether you want follow we call your name as a day na your account or not, or you want for become you want for remain anonymous. Say we not for call your name. And Zelle and Cash App as well. They on still the number them pin na the comment section, so you can help me with the election basket. Remember say the money what they get right now for the election basket, okay? We want a lot of money, 15,000. But it's small because as we talk so today I wanna whip our meeting because the money just this well based on the strategy we then they put together for make sure say we get reliable information from una. And as well, if you want for send for we through Western Union here, MoneyGram and other platform them to we are in a salon. So please you can do that and send them to Fatmata Bangura and then you send the receipt for we in our number, please. Yeah. Thank you very much. We appreciate una so much. And I want for say IBK, that will lady, we sister we call today. We not actually cash your money yet, so no worry. Once we cash out, we'll get back to you, okay? So I don't call the surname because it's very popular. You know exactly what they talk. IK. I will call Tansu for now. So I'll go over to you again. Imran and Imran Abudlai Bayraytay they with we and they be making points just now before the internet.
Let's finish your point. Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Bayraytay, you be make a point just now before the line sweep you off.
Yes, the points why be they try for say now that when you na a government in waiting, all the reports and they all the reference to people and they read them. They will not say we not just the manufacture where we they indict this government on human rights violations and abuses, and also the consistent violation of the Constitution. Imagine Imran be mentioned something about the White Paper Commission of Inquiry. Even when the Sierra Leone Bar Association, if go to the Supreme Court, then try for there, they use Section 124 for say, listen, why the government's not a follow Section 150, we call for the rules of court where they establish Commission of Inquiry. Then subvert them. They don't pay attention. Why this government pull the Auditor General and Deputy, then pull them, then say because of administrative malfeasance. Then they say that they investigate. The former Attorney General to in the President's Bureau, when a reputable lawyer, Charles Magai, he come and challenge the presidency. He say, Mr. President, you don't get the rights for suspend Laratilopias and empowers them go what you call ultra virus. If not be mature democracy we did, therefore don't summon the president, therefore don't do constitute a vote of non-confidence proceedings against him once it is established that he violated the Constitution. So the next thing, then go appoint a surrogate Auditor General, where say the president in office and not meet a threshold for auditor. So when all of these things are happening, they are shooting themselves on the feet.
And that not being Priscilla SWAT.
Thank you. And this is where the APC people are gravitating towards, so that we can be seen as a government in waiting, so that all the anomalies there, we don't happen. We should be seen to be the government in waiting where they can correct them. But if we say because they are doing the ugly stuff, then we buy into that narrative day. Now, like they set a trap, we were inside. But no, we are very mature more than them. Now, that make even when you look at the elections, the commission, they don't outlive their usefulness. I'll say it here categorically. Because imagine the first thing, we call for let them give we disaggregated registration list. What did then go give we yesterday? Then go give we fake list, which is even insulting to Sierra Leoneans. The next thing,
so
we
what
know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I want let this thing be very clear to people. What do you mean by fake list? Because just we self talk about yesterday, Imran.
Yep.
But we want and clear. Una now then at the campaign team, una then at the party. Explain.
That is frustrates the population.
Yes.
Section 13 of the Public Elections Act of 2022 as revised, make them very clear, say, you get for make sure, say, you provide a list of disaggregated where they show the person date of birth, in address, so that it will correspond with in face. But look at even the kind ID card the way they give it. When you look at them, the kind couple where the European Union and the government give to Electoral Commission, we are jokers. If not decent democracy we did, the Chief Electoral Commissioner by now, if I don't resign, I'm telling you that for free.
But
if not
other people then go say, just like how you nicely put up, with all them faults there, we wanna see. All them roguery there, when people there don't perform before now. But una still the worker blindfolded, you gonna the abattoir. Una still agree for do this election on the 24th. With all them feelings there.
So before you come inside, Mr. Bayraytay, yesterday, Imran, before you come inside, Imran, I want to make this very clear as to what we observe and discuss. First of all, we put out yesterday, say, we notice, say, the rights, the different political parties, they name them, pan the register where they give them. So in we own words, we feel, say, number one, waiting good inside APC on the register, different from waiting inside SPP register. Number two, now a deliberate act for let them go na this. So then go do one back, waste too much time before they give
time. Exactly.
Another
it's all
thing.
part of the
so
game.
So we get limited time for look through the register here, where they take una to the election and we are not going for complete time.
Well, I tell you now what happened.
It's all in the game.
Two weeks ago, I take on the director for data management at the Electoral Commission. He say, law no day, we mandate them when they for pull the disaggregated list to political parties then. So you go see, say, they not even understand, say, the role of the Electoral Commission in a democracy is not just to conduct elections. You for able gauge for understand, say it is also conducting elections periodically in any country is part of a peace-building mechanism. But when they're not okay with that, why would you want to hide behind the ambiguity of a law and not do the needful in the sake of peace and democracy? So that is why for we as a party, when we come into competent people, we go beyond party politics should be there. Because when you do that, then our democracy can graduate from being a fledgling democracy to one that is on the path of maturity. That is what we are doing as a party.
But even in management, when they talk most times about we attitude in management, and they say management culture. In the electoral system in Sierra Leone, we don't get certain precedences previously where we know they argue over giving documents to the other side. Like the last elections, then the disaggregated documents 5 months to the elections. So that alone, even if it's not in the constitution, because of the culture we don't exist prior, then suppose for follow suit. Why aren't they doing that? And why would not they press them on that?
Okay, don't go. They come back. And you know, I think it's about time for we put certain things to them. One of them, now the issue of how even them when then they go, you know, for when they talk now the PPLC meeting out, it don't come back. But I want for only quickly, please, I want for beg. I'll just take a few seconds, 1 minute 30 seconds, because normally we're supposed to get the mail in only 10 minutes, but you know, can but send for you something. I'll just use them and play this 1 minute 30 seconds quick. I'm gonna use your line here.
Okay.
So the program we watch right now we are on YouTube and on Facebook, where we discuss issues them we get for do with the election, and of course we get Abudlai Bayraytay with we they help we for talk about their issues there. So you know, and they try for throw the party in your points into waiting with the discuss now. So now we can play something from Yvonne Akisoya as he actually done well for the first time. I want for be I want for big if in case I make a mistake, but for the first time we use waste for generate electricity inside the country. In other words, we use waste. You know, that thing will say no want again. That thing will pull now as waste, pool or other things them for generate light. So in don't begin the ball rolling. So let me just go quickly and watch how he switch the light on, you know, for make we go able for benefit from the waste again where we send out again. And let's just watch them quickly, and then when they come back just now for can talk about the different issues then.
Then get the market there, waiting for this dirty, and me no say we don't pile up this kind of machine like Aberdeen, because this you use the dirty for let you make light, filter waste transformers. So we work with them, and I'm so glad to say today, in addition to the 6 water tank, in addition to the increased drainage inside Susan's Bay, in addition to the 6 public toilets where we put that Susan's Bay. Today, the light when it come on, now the backup generator, because all things not complete. But in the next couple of days, they're going to have enough dirty for let the light come for inside. Where you get leader and leadership, where get focus on the people. Of the Madina not the year, but instead a big part to play for this project. And how we don't do them, the Hagen Street Market so we want to roll them out. Now the other big market them with me deputy mayor and with other councillors. As somebody deputy mayor, that is deputy mayor is. So if I'm talking a bit today, I sleep fine because today Mabela, Hager Street Market, and Sudan's Bay don't get light.
There we go, my jacks, we support them. Free tongue, now we all know.
Now even what?
That's na even like soya we use waste, dirty and other things them for make sure say it bring light na Susan's Bay and Egan Street Market. Also, the people them actually don't be giving, and it make them very clear say they're not totally complete them yet, but they get backup generator where they as well they use for make sure say lights come for the people them. Even though I can say I not be doing with it today because they how they call them they work. The campaign, the way how they go on with all of them things, and it's very, very stiff right now, so much that it can tight for labor for camp. But anyway, this now more waste to energy facility. In other words, if they get another 5 years for then at the council again, it will able for do more with the waste for make sure say energy then at the different facilities them. In other words, they say energy, the light what they see so generate energy for all of them things. So basically we glad and we see how them things are so they go. Mr. Bayraytay, this one don't look by its past the first one. You get to it? Mr. Bayraytay, you get to it?
Yeah, they get you. Now my phone I try for use because I don't know. The internet they found me a little bit. Let's try again for signing.
You're a lot clearer now.
Yes, this one look bright, but this
much clearer, right?
Yes.
It's foggy, but it's clearer.
Okay. Well, I will just hold on so liable articulate some of it.
So turn.
I'm so sorry to the viewers.
Turn your face to the light instead of you turn against the light because the kind side. Imran will be the going gist with the discussion. Yes, and we see the issue.
Okay, let's try back the laptop.
The ECSL. Where the way they treat APC. You are going to follow you build this case for Abudlai Bayraytay. Let we waiting and get for say again.
Hello. I don't know if you don't get yourself sorted yet. Like you go here.
You get to white way go they build the foundation for you for coming.
Because I be ask him question, answer me. It's laid down.
All right.
There we go. Ask him a question.
All right, so you wait to watch it and don't forget to like and share the program. We still get internet connection problem with them. We get 1,115 people and we actually though we watch the program with 488. So do not forget to like and share the program if you watch it on YouTube. And on Facebook we get let me just see quickly how much we get. 636 with 559 likes. Thank you very much, and please continue for share the program. For you who don't like it, consider for do so. Hey, YouTube, what did happen? I don't left behind. Facebook don't beat now with arms and the likes. And when I get cool people away they watch. Not forget for like. Even if you know I let them know, like no more, nobody needs still know say you like. Yeah, not like YouTube. Just like the program and let we move on. Yes. Whilst we wait for Abudlai Bayraytay for come, while we wait, let it come, then we talk about the issue. Let me ask you a quick question about the mayor. We see you don't put on this light and they try for ask for more, for do more. What do you take on the mayor in drive?
That's good because we're in a country where poor. Because we country, not a developing country, now underdeveloped country, resource very limited. We get for scramble for every little resources we can get. So if she is innovative in a sense, people in the put excrements in the streets, they throw away dirty, they make all kind of nasty in the street, getting rid of it, if he able think about using waste for making electricity, that is very innovative. And I commend them for that. And some of them things there we need for do. But let we use every little effort where we get for try for create something where unique to Sierra Leone. Now, their area they need endoti, but they own doti back they pay them dividend. So it's not a bad thing. It's a positive thing. And I hope say then go try for finish them. And I hope say Freetown people and go see sense for make them vote in somebody like that, for let it continue. Outside it don't reach. Because can you imagine if you work with APC government? Because this government here, since when this woman they work consistently and they undermine them, then they frustrate them, then they intimidate them. They don't even slap them all, assault them. But it's still keep a focus. They do the things the way it need for do for upgrade to people in life. You see, politics, to be honest, between me and you two, that is the bottom line. For can make difference na people in life. And Yvonne, obviously they do that. But you know what say that, but they want them, when they give mandate for run their governments they are. They don't fail. They don't get nothing for offer. But now the people and we get a lot to offer, now they frustrate. It's a very sad situation. But I feel say Yvonne do very good. And I feel say he deserve another chance for let it do exploits for the people.
All right, so let's go back to a discussion and let me try for round up the discussion because we want for hearing from people we didn't think about the kind of discussion we don't get to today. Very hot discussion, you know. So yes, England may ask you a question, Abudlai Bayraytay. Yeah, you can respond. Yeah, go ahead.
The Electoral Commission, as I say, if na democracy we mature, the Chief Electoral Commissioner from even the day where we been get the by-election, that election at Kwenadugu for mayoral position, where one of his staff go try for change the figure from 049 to 149. They not take no punitive measure. From the day where we see na constituency 110 by-election, where one old cabinet minister who see him, he take boxes, pull him, we not get business.
He smash him, Nagron. He smash him.
They're not able to take no action. Trust me, they have no reason to preside over these elections. But you know what? Then don't give, I can confirm, say yesterday, after then don't give it the fake, we then say then go give it back the other one. Then don't give it the other one, where with technical team now they can study for make sure say no anomalies not dead. But all of them here they happen.
I don't notice anything there at all. Nothing on, I don't notice it.
No, technical team, then they can study them because we get people them when they don't work na election office them na other country them. They don't work na election office them when they constitute to a technical team. So then why are all the strategy them would outsmart them? Because the strategy is to intimidate, unleash violence, and rig this election. But they make it very difficult for them. And all waiting and they do so now. Now, even a contravention of Section 18 of the Public Elections Act of 2022, we say, in paraphrase, all lengthier when they do so, 6 months to elections, therefore don't complete them all. And of course, Sierra Leone, even the ECOWAS Supplementary Protocol of 2001, very clear when it comes to elections, democracy, and governance. All them here when they do so, therefore don't complete them all. But you know what's in there na the trap? You then feel say all the discouraged Sierra Leoneans then for come out en mass for vote them out. Now that make they continue for encourage every Sierra Leonean we register. Keep you sleep, get your voter ID card. As long as we can verify you at the center to vote, your vote becomes valid because according to Section 31, Cap 6 of the 1991 Constitution, the right for every Sierra Leonean we eligible for vote is a fundamental human right. So to that is the encouragement here. Because now like where somebody one can fet you for let you left you do not open. When you lock them, now to in frustration. But hey, political intimidation, military tanks, water tanks, all that thing and the people are decided. They don't come in 2018, then say if we put them inside, their SLPP will fix the economy in 6 months' time. This time round, then say, no, we give them another chance, then we'll fix them in 3 months' time. That was very insulting to Sierra Leoneans. And all the more reason we make Sierra Leoneans them, then they gravitate towards the APC so that come June 24, we will make sure say there is a massive and enduring, peaceful, democratic change of power in this country.
Before you go, I pick something where sound funny. I agree you talk about some kind public order act where they do 2022.
No, Public Elections Act.
Yes, Public Elections Act. We see SLPP for more than take power, how they breach the laws of the land. That act, I presume, now they make them.
Now them, absolutely.
So the young law step what they make, they're able to keep up.
No, that is the irony. And this is all the more reason, Imran, why we as a party, Dr. Samura Kamara, if we go to, we pillar on democracy, good governance, and the rule of law, we don't want to make the terrible mistakes where them people here don't make. Because we will betray the trust of Sierra Leoneans then. That is why we come out very clearly so that the people then get a choice where Dr. Samura clearly spell out in manifesto. A choice of a current government, we don't make the suffering of the people and very terrible and abysmal. A government we don't basaku constitution. A government we don't politicize state institutions. A government we don't divide this country versus somebody we get a track record of being a technocrat and a politician. We one come for transformation with the experience, haven't been a bank governor in this country, haven't been a financial secretary, haven't been a finance minister, and of course, as a foreign minister, it also include na the manifesto, what you call economic diplomacy, whereby we are able to make sure say, waiting with the grown our country, waiting will make them be attractive in other countries and for let them buy them at a comparative price through effective engagement. So these are all the differences between we and the SLPP. That is why the people and they continue to repose confidence in we. But one thing we clear is the people are resolved that political intimidation, acts of violence, the tear gas then we then get, it no go deter the people and they go be surprised. We then see the kind crowd where we pull na kono. But let them wait the election time. Let them see how people and go defy all the odds for come out and make sure say they boot them out.
You said defy all the guns?
We defy all the odds.
All the odds. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. And I think we don't exhaust most of it, except if Imran gets
something important they want for us.
Please go ahead,
Mr. Bayraytay. Mr. Bayraytay, all the things that way you say, they sound nice to me, yes, but still, people are frustrated. I could say that to you without hesitation, because people are afraid to say, with all them fine things there, where you say, they are all on paper. In reality, the people do not feel safe. And Una, as the alternative government, then they look up to Una for let Una protect them. Now, the people see say, Una not Timapskanga enough for fetch for them vote. So they don't decide, say, then go. Sit down at us on the 12th.
On Monday.
And that is on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, then go come on and do a peaceful protest. But already, we don't hear policeman, what they call Brahmaja, don't come out. They say things them where not palatable to me ears and quite a lot of other citizens. And not a man where you go talk for say, nah, man we not educated. This man a cadet, police. Now man we get degree. It show clear bias and it clear say na SLPP surrogate. And now then they threaten, stay, protest, nothing we lawless, and protest, then our constitution. And anything within our constitution is legal. And the constitution is our supreme law. Every other law they under them. It don't give you the rights for that we protest. What's in a protest? You can protest through petition, through votes, and through demonstration. We they come out for can demonstrate, or let we make we position clear, stay as a constitutional citizens of a constitutional democracy, we get the right for let we choose order for lead with. Because if a doctor make mistake, now one person will die. Lawyer make mistake, one person will die. Engineer make mistake, host collapse, the people that were inside the host now then go die. But where a full leader sign a bad document foolishly, 7.5 million people alive there at stake. So we are worried. We are tired. People are desperately sick and tired of being sick and tired of them people there. So then they come knock door, then they come protest, demonstrate peacefully now with all interests there. Muna as a reputable, dignified, constitutionally acclaimed opposition where they wait for take power. Waiting una go say for protect them people there because now their rights and they come for can exercise. We they expect before they come out, make the government in waiting. Since people and they feel say una know they protect them, when they come out for can support APC, waiting una don't prepare for say publicly in the form of public address for talk to the whole world how we protect them people there in safety.
I've been there yesterday na Epic Radio and Television. This same issue come up. As a party, we of course they condemn any acts of violence, and also they say like the provisions and what you cite in the Constitution, then covered under Chapter 3, where contain the entrenched clauses where fall under fundamental human rights of the 1991 Constitution. The right for self-determination, the right for people and for associate and express them, views them, it's a fundamental human right. We as a party, now that they don't give you the disaggregated list, after they don't give you the fake one, the Electoral Commission, we don't make a point very clear that they get an onerous responsibility for make sure say they may conduct these elections in the most fair, credible, and fair way. Because it is rhetorical for let the Chief Electoral Commissioner just come and tell we say, oh, the election therefore be free, fair, and transparent. But your actions are contradicting that.
Totally.
And when they contradict that, now that make when they don't give you that list yesterday, they don't pass on to Dr. Richard Conte, waiting at the election legion on behalf of the APC, with people and don't go straight to work. I believe between now and Monday, we young party, they make sure say anything we will find we wanting in that list, we know we will come make sure say we come out very clearly. May they not say, oh, na see that anomaly day. Why una not talk? So at the end of the day, the government will also recognize say in a democracy, not to all 10 people and they come for support you and clap for you. And when people and criticize you, you for also listen, just like what we've been doing in governance, when the Renaissance movement, where the anti-corruption boss and they wear black on Monday, we open the space for them. Then they come, then vent their views. That is democracy. Because democracy and peace is a process. Nobody know for cancer convent them. So the statements therefore say we'll crush them, we will do this. All them languages, then diction, then the way that they use, and not feel say it gets a tendency for unite people and together. You gotta listen to the people. When you listen to the people, then violence is not the way to resolve conflict. Waiting me learn in conflict resolution and management, now that you get for listen for know where that person they come out. Look, therefore able get example then waiting happen in Sudan. Then get all the military tank al-Bashir. Look what happened at Tunisia, the Arab Spring, where it happened lengtheningly. So, law we learn from history. Because if you don't learn from history, it is like history not teach you anything. So they still call for peace and security in this country because we don't want anything where they circumvent the elections and where people are so determined for all because when they see the green light say the SLPP is on the verge of going. And they will do anything desperate for subvert the will of the people. And not forget, say, in our 1991 constitution, the preamble is very clear that political sovereignty, which means the power of the people is paramount in a democracy. And we as a party, we believe, say, the power of the people continue for reign supreme. Now that make I always they go with the dictum we say, any government, whether it's a constitutional democracy, whether it is a benevolent dictatorship, for understand, say, the power of the people is more powerful than the people in power. Until you realize that, then you go able to rule within the ambit of good governance, democracy, and also positive electioneering. If you not do that, then you do only make your state let it experience what you call negative peace, where anything can blossom beyond our control. And the lesson, working at the recommendations where the commission, the investigative committee, where the president been set after the August 10. One of the key recommendations that reports that the government for create avenue whereby people could be listened to within the events and views. I think say that's one of the hallmarks of a democracy.
And quick one.
Nicely put, but you know, answer the main question. The main question is, we are coming out to protest and we don't hear beaucoup threats. As a responsible opposition, waiting when I go tell the government.
They tell the government say, what me say about being a responsible government is to listen to the people. Government na kumra, begin agree na us. You for listen.
They have made threats to the rights of the people.
Well,
they don't get no rights for. So what you want to tell them as the opposition?
They say the government for continue for be professional. The security forces them for engage the people them so that at the end of the day, the listing we as a political party go want for see happen now any form of violence. And violence not a resolve conflict. Violence not a born good picking. People should talk for resolve issues them. That is why even we as a party, when they become the PR system, we oppose them. We say it's not good for Sierra Leone. Waiting wrong with the constituencies them, way they in existence. We go to court, the court go rule against we. They continue for be a very peaceful party. But again, when the people and they express dissent, just like when we be in governance, we they listen to them. Even when we be going at the United Nations, when they demonstrate against we, then they hold placard, when they go meet them, we talk to them. So that is what we expect, say, instead of coming and unleash threats of violence, therefore rather appeal to the people and for say, if una get any grievances and concerns, una channel them in the most peaceful way so that a few weeks to elections, the least to go wiry, now for let chaos day in this country anymore. That is not the way, and that is why we as a party, we condemn any form of violence and the threats coming from the government, we make sure say, may they reconsider then threats and they but rather let them move with what you call a pacifist approach. That is a peaceful way for resolve conflicts.
Okay.
And waiting with the people and they ask in this protest, we want for Leona self pay attention, the opposition. The people they say they don't want this election because this election not going to be free, fair, and credible.
Well, we will pay attention. Then we will pay attention as now I make when I protest, then say it is not just solely the government, but also calling on the opposition. So the protest is a way of complementing the state institutions in a democracy for do the needful, including we in the opposition party. And we are ready to listen and see what will be in the best interest of Sierra Leoneans.
Thank you.
Yes. Atek? All right. So, quick one. I get a question, but I'll just say thank you to we people in quick one. Amongst the name I've been called Jason, I've been BK. BK na been to Camara. I say, go ahead and call him. Thank you very much. 11.17 euros. Thank you very much. And on Cash App as well. And Zelle, we don't get things that really come inside. We get JD, $50 we get EG, $50. We get AS, we give you $50. Thank you very much. I appreciate you now. We want more. We want more. We want more. The basket still empty. By Monday, we will come and give you how much we don't get inside the basket. Okay, no worry about that. We're going at the total figure we don't get inside the basket. So please, the line still open. If you not get the number, please just message me on like ASE, message me on Facebook, and then we don't reply to them. A lot of people and they ask me for the number and we do it quickly. So if you want the number, ask me for that day. Quick one, Abudlai Bayraytay. We see one net video just come out on the social media, live commentary, 10 amount card them, small one them where this government they parade now the streets of freedom, you know, at this 11th hour where they talk about election. You know, we know yet unayet. We know I remember 2015, you know, where I host you on the BBC Media Action platform, you know, for talk about, you know, issues that way they go on at the country. We get you and Abudlai, we get Parantarawali, we been there at the platform, where I be the moderator and day. And Abudlai say the time where the last government been buy that water tank. Also, the police them for the get out water in case of protest. Not let the police and the soldier man not use gun pan people them. Rather than use water pan them for make sure say them go away. You know, Abudlai ask a simple question. He say, "Would have vex for who that? We make the government for go buy water tank." But now we don't see government the car with, you know, amount car them this term. But we not hear anything from them civil society. Then they not the opposition. Nobody will not hear. All man just keep quiet and just the people and concerned and they now worry. This will create panic. What thing now you take on this?
Plus live bullet.
Yes, plus live bullets as well.
Me no see the tank them where they say them parade. I had it. And I don't know the circumstance under which they even parade them, whether it is part of a strategic intimidation strategy.
Then say then count them, then just count them. So not only like them pull them, they count them, but as well they parade them for the people and say we don't count them.
So, but one thing we may know is you can go come with the most helicopter Apache them with the most sophisticated barrels. These elections, the people are resolved that the SLPP is not good for them because of the many reasons that I have highlighted, and people are ready to defy any form of intimidation as long as they are registered and eligible to vote as provided for in Section 32 of our 1991 Constitution, as provided for in Section 31 of our 1991 Constitution. And even when you go to the United Nations 1948 Declaration of Human Rights, Article 21 is very clear, of which Sierra Leone is a party, that Sierra Leone people can exercise the franchise, the right to vote. And it is a fundamental human right. And based on those two premises, therefore, no form of intimidation, they cow down the people from exercising the right to vote. If the government's not willing for subjects themselves and the SLPP not willing for subject themselves in periodic elections as provided for in the Constitution, then they not get no reason for exist as a political party. But any form of intimidation, you go take a helicopter gunship. You can go come with 100 boats, tank them. You parade them in the country. You can pull soldier man.
The thing that way I try for say, for example, you know, you get the term won't be in a government. You get civil society organization that will be very much vibrant for condemn simple autotamutoka. then condemn and say, Uda vex powder. At the court and Willa Valley, now the exact word and they use. Uda vex powder when government go take Kototamutoka. But in the case of Usain and Chaos, live bullet and armored car them, nobody not condemn that.
I go just reiterate. I've been get the opportunity for Dana AYV with one of the very fearless civil society lawyer activists in this country, winner lawyer Rashid Dumbuya. It come out very eloquently and say, with all due respect to in colleagues them within a civil society, it says some of them have been co-opted and polarized. So when he talked that one day, having been a member of the civil society, we get a stake in the democracy and contribute to peace stabilization, I feel taken aback. Because if you condemn yesterday waiting wrong, you for also morally be disposed for condemn the same wrong when you see them today. But once you don't do that, then it's a question of integrity and trust with the public. So to me, I continue for call on civil society. The money they take now on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, even if not donor, then can give you. And when you take their money, then therefore, you have a moral responsibility to the people of Sierra Leone for make sure, say, you complement the voices of the opposition and the government as long as it is in the best interest of the state. So I agree with you. When you condemn yesterday, you for also equally get the moral fortitude for condemn today when it is ugly. So that is what I would say to that, but it's an opportunity for let me put on my journalistic cap now for investigate a little bit about these tanks, what is the purpose, how much they buy them, waiting make not just election term then come with them. Is it part of a strategy for let them continue for intimidate the people then parade them for let people see them, for provide what you call a psychological negative effect? These are some of the questions for me. And this is where I appreciate the viewers them. I appreciate Imran and you, Sengbe Pierre, for always create this platform for how we discuss national issues then. And the questions that we now ask, challenging as they are, an opportunity for put we back on the spot as members of the opposition for the best of Sierra Leone. And I appreciate the viewers them with an apology that the internet with the actor. It is beyond my control, but I still want to forgive them that apology.
And you know what is sad way all this they happen and they bring all kind machine for cancan sketching with people waiting I want salon people they know. Sierra Leone don't contribute greatly for democracy in the world. Go to the 17th century. 1792. Sierra Leone are the first country where women enforced vote ever in the world. Even England, where colonized we in 1918, women enforced vote. And I hope say Salon people go take this with pride. And no say now one of the reasons this we make, then therefore say no to riggings of elections because we have contributed in democracy. 1792. Sierra Leone was the very first country where a woman ever casted votes in the whole world. And if we pioneer female rights to vote, when we are the first country where do that, it's so sad that we get for bring we country down this low. And we just say pray and they ask people them, the zeal where they get in them. As my brother rightly said, the people that don't resolve their mind. So waiting they want. You cannot change that. You cannot force them. It's their will. It is their right to decide who rules them. It is their will they are going to give. And they don't want that will to be interfered with. And we no want to believe what Joseph Stalin say in a democracy. Say the people that will vote, not to them will. What really happen in a democratic elections. The people them way they vote so they get power. Now the people who they count and they decide who that win. We don't want that to happen in Sierra Leone. So we tell you very much We want to tell you thank you for where you can put some of them things straight. We really appreciate you, and we thank you.
We will not left it.
Not just get no, not left it. We'll just again and thank you.
No, therefore we tell them small thank you. Now we therefore tell you but thank you.
Yes, now una deserve them, to be honest. The time una they give you this platform for free, una deserve a lot of thank you. We really appreciate that.
We do one for country anyway. So let's just hear quickly from people and waiting and get for ask you.
Oh, okay.
So we go on for give you now 1 minute 30 seconds per minute or per call. So please, when you call, make sure say you reduce the volume of your set and you go straight to the point, yeah. With your name and who side you the call from,
and make them conduct themselves.
Yes, please. Yes, manner. Like always, we know they talk bad word now. Yeah. Never, as you begin so with the court say call by you. You know that one day you follow the rules. Nothing not change now. We had it still be the same, yeah. And we don't want any violent word as well. Yeah, remember now we set the agenda where they put down at the manifesto. So we keep to the peace and we want to maintain the country in peace. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call from, please. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
This is a concerned citizen at the call from we had.
Go ahead, you get 1 minute 30
and this question is for Mr. Bayraytay. Okay. A man I get high respect for, our faithful in our school, St. Francis. I remember at one time we vice principal in do something we not been good to them, we fight for them. And my question I try to ask is Bokupe no vent the anger during this campaign. Now how then go able for give them people their confidence in this government not go able to do anything for rig this election, just so whatever anybody don't say against them, the person would be in peace, because we don't think it happens. Say we see something will not go in favor of them. Definitely come after you, and if you're fortunate, then we'll let you disabled. If you're not fortunate, then that's the end of the day. So, Mr. Bayraytay, this question for you as a member of the EPC. Now, what thing una go do for make sure see whatever happened at this election, nobody no go rig am, it will go as bishop. Thank you very much.
And as a lot of people get question for the European Union, we don't take the lead. We look forward for see how we can host them. We did in the talk now because I know say a lot of una get questions we wanna go on for ask. So now stand by. We just begin the discussion today. I just want to prepare on our mind. If we get time on the una the actual student here, but if not a bad idea still. Yeah, we go on the line again. Call. Welcome to the show. You name and the call from. After this, I can tell you.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, welcome to the show. You name and the call from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay, I'm named Musa, the call from Holland.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a question for Abudlai Bayraytay, concerning the election, because the APC, whatever, because we see nice last 70 to 80% of people that no want SPOKESMAN people in power. So we think if they can read this election, they can win this election. What's not that you take towards this team, because you would see a lot of things that happen. We don't want SPOKESMAN people to be power anymore, because a lot of people don't tire against about this whatever. But let no carry this election again. What's not that you take to in case of code, what thing happen in Nigeria? I will not allow it happen to Nasalon, because the same majority carry the vote. A lot of Salon people don't want Mother be a president anymore, because a lot of people don't tire. So
10 more seconds.
What now you intake towards, and if in case they read this election, then can be a power against what time, because we see the court business don't make any sense. They go pushing a court, nothing. When they say anything.
Okay, we go to another call quickly. Welcome to the show.
Wait.
Okay, Antaro, they are all long quick. Yes,
wait. Where they don't ask 2 questions, Mr. Bayraytay, not to computer. Let me answer before you forget. It go nicely. They go do 2 questions.
Because
he answer.
If once we stop,
I don't know what you think. I feel say
stop the call now. We know they even forget. Okay. But because most of the call and the call, some of the callers and the call the same question again. So if we don't take them, then we allow an hour done. Then we have to.
Alright, okay.
Sorry about that. Antaro.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
okay.
Mina Bayraytay blind graphic.
Go ahead, you get the platform.
I get a question for Mr. Bayraytay.
Okay.
Mr. Bayraytay, I want to now tell we waiting at the confidence we now want for give say this government not go read the election. For example, we don't see Usai Mohamed Kone with his team, they don't team up like a photo of Badabio, day 5. And we don't see Badabio, they bulldoze himself from what he can inside nothing. Anytime we want something, he they bulldoze himself in. So waiting they give you the assurance say in order for bulldoze himself again, and these elections where we don't see a lot of discrepancy system, they go on with the CCFSL. That's my question.
Thank you very much, man. All right, we'll go on the line.
You're welcome, my dear.
Imran, you see the thing? Some of them they count the same focus in a different way. So you can take a one now.
Yeah, all the three is very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me go again on the line. Welcome to the show. Your name and the call for me. Get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello, we had.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. I'm glad you can at this platform. My question is, you understand, that good direct. Now, when you see the Southeast, we know during the time for registration, they will get low turnout. But now, you understand, the registration where they come out, they vote everything. You see the amount they swell up. You understand? Now, the question they go, waiting now the position of the APC for let people know can vote 2 times. And we understand say although we don't come say people they can collect voter ID card for people them. You understand it? So what's now the security will the APC go put in place, you understand it, for let them stop people from not can vote 2 times. Then one. Then 2, we don't see the stance of the Electoral Commissioner. We don't stand against the people, the will. So waiting at the position of the APC for let that not happen, you understand it? Because we're going to collaborate with the observers them and this is going to be mainly na the own side, you understand it? One, they're going to make it very easy when at the northwest, maybe they say Kaoske for the weekend, they go for council. So waiting at the security with the APC don't put in place for let all then discrepancies will not happen, you understand? And I want to protect the people they vote. And at the final say, what I
all right, 1 minute 30 seconds. We'll go to another call. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call form. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello?
You're live on the platform.
How are you doing, man?
Will you try yourself?
I do fine. This time, I get 2 questions for Mr. Bayraytay.
Right.
The first one is, the commissioner been say, he be don't force say, the provisional results they come on at the end they come out. But he later change say they do a day again. That's one. So what are they stand about? Then they do the result, the provisional result in the color of the provisional area or pass and carry with a free turn at the young quarter. 1. Number 2, they been talk say if after the end of vote, then they issue a coffee order. State of emergency. So what are the stand for that? We'll not hear about anything about it because they be just after they don't vote, they will make a coffee order. But let people not come out. So now I want to know.
Thank you very much.
So.
We go on the line again and take another call. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds. Yes, please.
SMBP audible, bro. Long term, no can say. And I want to talk to Mr. Imran because Imran, we don't see the other version of Imran. We're there on the other side. Hope for say, Imran are the best Imran, to the other version of Imran who they see right now within this green side. Okay, no, I mean Imran. I need to call you because now don't begin to forget the name there. Good evening, Mr. Bayraytay. I want to talk something. You see, Madabio, you take the violence out of Madabio. Madabio na nothing, a piece of shit. Without violence, Madabio na nothing, and don't get nothing for do. Now on harmless man. Then I want to talk back. I want to ask Mr. Bayraytay. Right now, you get time for come for talk to with the people left. If una come na power, you go get the same time you're back for the camp for talk to the people and listen waiting the people and get for say. I want to get them from you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right. So, and okay, I got that particular question that I will allow you to answer. I will answer them for them because I get experience with it, but I know talk to them. They not to me on business. Not me they ask. We got the lad. They take 5 more calls. Welcome to the show, Mr. Kamara. You need okay, Mr. Kamara.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you live.
A lot of unanswered questions, which I was expecting the political party like APC to ask the SLPP or whatever the neck, especially the box that they go pull na Guinea. But you know, you nothing. And not only Bokumo say they don't stop some ballot boxes them to the one and then they name the car use them out. And along the way, because they're reading their size at regional level and they for go count. So what is the guarantee that these boxes that were brought from Guinea is not possible? Then go use the other one in other previous stock ballot then in the process so they think at the regional center and they go count, then go swap them, put them in their own favor. But the position for the make noise about it, about them boxes here, you know, they really talk nothing. So it's very worrisome, you know. So some of them think that they not for just keep a low profile, they know they talk nothing. Because some rumors and they're not so true, but some are not true. We go for check them till they not say that they're ready for protect the vote of the people. Then we see that they harass and intimidate the people, but we know they see then they come for catalog all the things that they bring out to the attention of the international community. And how should they go for protect the people and vote? Will they not go for protect the people at this point in time? So, I mean, I don't question anymore. I want you to answer me. Thank you.
We'll go on the line again. I'll take 4 more calls. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call form. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yes, so we had na thanks very much. Now quick question I want to ask Mr. Bayraytay.
Right.
So Samora Kamara, because when they see say when they go on the campaign, most of the time the crowd, the mic not they too clear, we know they get the message so clearly. Is it possible maybe for Samora Kamara kind of one of them big platform here for can sit on the and because we don't know whether the presidential debate will take place. For can sit down and give you some of your message so that the message because on a platform the message they go all over the saloon and to be with the outside as well. So maybe for it not gonna be bad if you go on one of the big platform, either one or any of the big platform them for can sit down and maybe they ask us some questions for let go able to give you a clear message of what in the plan for can do for we. Maybe that will be another quick way for pass the message because they say
okay. So let's just give you something quickly. We will ask you question and I want to let you go put your own question there. We put question at the Facebook and YouTube say if you sit down with someone, what's the question we want for ask commenty?
Yes. So if they come for can answer or how they go.
No, look down on that thing. They just go put your question and we'll go give you an update. Thank you.
Okay. No problem.
All right, we go again on the line and take 3 more calls. Please reduce the volume of your set. You're live now. Your name and where you call from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'm a concerned citizen.
Go ahead.
I just want to ask a question, or I want to say it was not a question. Sometimes APC can make we they follow them or we they support them feel so shy for even defend them, because a lot of things that we the so-called SLPP they do we right. They're supposed to come out and say something. You understand me, But the way we see APC like a Mumu, possibly Mumu will not they talk. When they slap them, just they slap under Itoni under. They get for rise up, man. They get for rise up. We they see the things that we SLPP they do. You understand me? But APC get for come up like a big political party in Sierra Leone for me defend the citizen there and the country. That's all I take.
Thank you. 2 more calls. We'll not forget about the fasting from the 19th and the 20th of this month. Fasting 2 days, yeah? And please make sure so you put your intention to God, yeah? For our country. We go on the line and take the 2 last call. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you call from. Get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello. Yeah, my name is Augustine. I call from Dubai.
Go ahead, Augustine.
Okay, so waiting me the give concern to Mr. Bayraytay. Let them understand say they don't do by election at first at Kwenadugu. Then try for handle them results and they lost some. So now what about this general one who they can go to so now? And not possible say them people are then go still change that figure there where they not go get away, them go say then they go court at the end tomorrow we not get no justice and salon. So my brother, I not see say them people are for abide to them rules and the way then they take on so that time your contribution what they say, huh? Thank you very much. And thank you for the open and the door.
All right, inside the 5 call, this is not the last one where they come inside so now. Welcome to the show. You name and inside the call from. You get 1 minute 30 seconds.
Hello?
You did live. 1 minute 30 seconds. You name and inside the call from.
Yeah, my name is Ali Rahim. I call from Virginia, USA.
Right.
One thing I want to ask Mr. Bayraytay, number one, me before I come to America, I don't witness so many elections them na salon before I come. And I know the APC party, how they been there, how they been so vigilant. I know they see this APC like that anymore. This APC what they see now, they look dull to me. They look dull. And the number two question I want to ask, because the last election, now through the debate matter be winning. I will not get debate this year for this particular election. Now my question anyone indeed.
Thank you. All right, so I'll take bonus call. One call will be the final call inside the program. You name and inside the call from. You got 1 minute 30 seconds.
Yes, I'm always lucky for call the last call.
If I be not lucky, I really
from America.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, so Mr. Bayraytay, I'm very sorry to all due respect. If you don't fail for answer on a question, how did they protect the people there? Already been talk about how the APC don't gain sympathy because then they brutalize them. So the people there don't feel and say yes, now the APC now the best option. But in medicine, we get risk of any medication when they give. So that strategy in the work at all not. Because they go can't vote APC, how many people then they get for kill? They forget strategies for protect the people there. Not to for say, oh, we because of peace, oh, we not go do this. Because of peace, madam, you're when at the fountain of honor. It's a let the people that protect themselves, you know, get security. Simple statement, we not get my talk that day. And besides, you know, and then therefore begin identify for us, you know, the most risk area, who said they brutalize them so they seek the interest of the international community. Just so during the election, let them get people them will go able to observe it. Otherwise, that's why they go to election. They don't go for stop election. They just bank on the people. And whether they kill them, they jail some. The one they wake up for left, now they know where to take their power. Now no more. Thank you. Bye bye.
My last call that I wanted for today. And sorry, we will not take any more call. And I want to make this clear. I see some people in the message we say, why when I know they pick me call? I don't call say for so now they pick call. No, we not the pick call. Now we make them very clear. If I not lie, now we are the only platform where they make in call very much transparent. It is show now the screen how they call and they come where that person they done. We call where they under now they pick. As you done the way there next now the pick. So sometimes in the hiking tally, you can don't call. You're not lucky for take part. And some people they don't they call for the last 1 month and never for take part. Please continue for try. Yeah. Some people them very lucky every day they take part. Well, we don't ask them the question. They say then the time they call them. Then the kind side chop. So you self get for time. You get for use your finger fast. As the call the drop so you put them back. As the drop so you put them back, you go lucky. And some people like really don't kind inside, but they're not able for make we pick their call because as we talk so for example, if call they under then this day on top, by the time this they done for talk, that one they don't cut. So deal with the big. We not they pick any call. We're very much transparent in terms of the call. That's why we put on at the screen. We're not they behind the scene. They say, hello, you want to take part in the program? Okay, hold on. No, we they come straight. Now they will talk to you. We don't get any eye, so they are big. We not the pick call, yeah. We not the choose who's call wait for take. So I want follow know that day. And for you where they try for call now, we know wait for take call, and more people. Over 1,180 they watch you on YouTube, and on Facebook we get 610. All of them people are want for talk, but not all man wait for talk. So thank you very much for understanding, and make way all before understand. More people they want for talk. Okay, let's go. Yes, Mr. Bayraytay, you don't take note of the diff. Okay. All right, you there with me?
I there with you. I will start with first. I want to tell the callers them plenty thank you. They ask very, very pertinent and relevant questions to the conversation. The first one is say what you they put almost the first, second, and third, and questions are very similar. What do we put in place to prevent rigging? In my experience about elections and the potential for rig, it is how you make it very difficult for the people that we want for rig the elections. And we as APC, the way we they make it difficult for them, now like waiting up in a constituency 110 by elections. We see the efforts we they make, where even a one old cabinet minister, he go spoil the box, but we protect the votes of the people, and we make sure say Kadi Davis became the MP where the people want. We see where we go now when I do go for the mayoral position elections, where a staff na the Electoral Commission, it go change a figure from 049 to 149. We make sure say we use the RRF the reconciliation forms them for let we see waiting whether it tally and correspond. Now they were able to pick them up say there was a mismatch. Now that make us insist for let we get this aggregated voter register. Because if una don't go na Kenema, una say from 2018 to now, about 18,000 new voters them, una don't go issue ID card them. We they make sure say we get that list day, we train with agents them. Where you can ID we get for correspond with the disaggregated list we get. Where you vote, or they thumbprint you. Where you don't thumbprint, that 10 day, you know, we're able to go to other station if you get a duplicated ID card, voter ID card for go vote day. That is one way we
verify the ink where they use for the indelible ink because some they come out.
It is indelible. It has to be indelible ink. Now that make would they get representatives them as a party where we don't train. We
so even before them go to the station, when the ECSL don't make una test some of them kits in there.
Well, the expectation is when it is indelible, it has to be indelible. Now that make we get with the train we voter and we pull it when the former transport minister Logos KOROMA now in charge of that. And the process so far it they go on well. So that is one way you make it very difficult for them. And the other question was whether when they count the election, the votes them. Not forget say the district block voting where they happen. 2 of the Public Elections Act of 2022, and we as a party they insist we don't make come unequivocal. When you don't count that the district, the DR or the district returning office. Now they will they make sure say then do the counting before you care and go to the regional. That way they will they count, we're able to verify almost people then votes, almost void votes, almost valid votes. That way they when it comes to the national, it's very easy for collate. So that is not a reinvention. We know they reinvent the wheel. Now waiting the law say under section 92 of the Public Elections Act as amended in 2022. So that is it. The other question around whether when we come into governance, we get time for camp. Me believe in participatory democracy. And the participatory democracy we believe in, we for always talk to the people then. Matter be or not be they talk to we. A come, a give it back talk say in the only talk way important thing. But we want the votes of the people now who see them a one can talk to we. People they ask one question, say, so you can talk. Take today, you know, you will answer that question then. Where we been there in governance, I remember when I've been there first now, Ministry of Information, Sengbe Pierre been they do one program like BBC Media. I always they make myself available. Then when I go as presidential spokesman as state host, I come with a program with President KOROMA in support, where I call Presidential Diary, where every Tuesday, then they host me for talk about waiting the president they do, then they ask on them, question they will get immediate answer, and not they fabricate. And they tell the public, say, whole world, now go find out. Because you don't want to come and give information we're not authentic, then tomorrow you can't apologize. Now that make at least God be helped during the 10 and the 10 left, we make sure, say, we do a connection with the public and ask the relevant questions then. Where will they come and answer? When you're a public figure, you've already open yourself to the public for public scrutiny. That is part of accountability. And Dr. Samura, one thing we me like na the manifesto, it don't even come publicly and say the public get the rights of Olam accountable, and also it devise a strategy wherein the people that will give puts them, where we they review them, concerns them, and bring them into the governance of the country, so that the voices of the people on the continuum could be heard and protected. I think that is a decent way of doing democracy. Now, the debates, now Sludge and AYV, they can normally do the presidential debate. I remember the last time. I know I read too much hate about this debate at all. Because the only thing why I understand, say, President Bio, say in the incumbent, and therefore there is no point for debate. But debate is a way for let you go articulate and tell the public beyond just your manifesto and political rhetoric, an opportunity for Sierra Leoneans to ask questions within the collate. I think say that is a fine way of doing democracy, so that you can also be accountable and make public commitments to the people. We as a party, Dr. Samura is always ever ready to participate in any debate. So that one is very clear.
And quick,
the box is the Nagini.
I think in Solomon Bayraytay and Ernest Bayraytay, I think Solomon Bayraytay lost the election. Because now them be the power, I failed for go and debate. And they, right from that point, they begin for lost the election. And secondly, I can remember you talk about the your engagement with the public. The last time where we host you now as a presidential spokesman, and the debate and they will not see them kind of debate and right now. Whereas people in the day and then they ask you raw question on censored question. So we just hope say you will continue like the people they ask on that area. They continue.
Thank you for that clarification. The box is the Nagini. If you go now section 31 of the Constitution, section 32 say there is going to be an elections commission where then go charge with the mandate for conduct elections in Sierra Leone in free, fair, and transparent manner. If you ask me them box then they, if them be even give no more Shankada self as a way of promoting what they call local content policy. Shankadas in 1 week for don't make them box then they for we. But we they make sure say I let them go pull the box them behind Jericho before them put anything inside them box then they for votes. Would they make sure say we inspect them that nothing that they are safe and secure before ever we allow them, let them use them in the process. But when it comes to the collection of election materials, that is the mandate of the Electoral Commission. And we want to respect that as a state institution, as provided for in Section 32 of the 1991 Constitution. I think these are the main questions that we ask. And in the absence of any other question, well, for protect we vote, we make sure we use the disaggregated list where I talk about. When you come, we make sure they use Section 92 of the Public Elections Act of 2022 for let them count the vote at the district level. That way it's easy for collate, and that way the boxes them, we pull in agents them, will make sure they are part of the process, so that after we don't come, we use the disaggregated list, we don't know this center, now 1,000 people them, now 500 valid votes them. Out of that, they now so void votes then they. APC gets 320, SLPP gets 120, just like what you do like when I do go. That list they when they don't give you that RRF form they now they use for reconcile, and that is the way you protect your votes in a electoral process. So that's one we are training our polling agents, waiting them for look for, waiting at the third eye way and they look for, and waiting at the way they for conduct themselves there. And that process, as I talk now, is ongoing.
Imran, you mute. You mute.
The only worries where we get is looking back.
I think
Hello, are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, the worries where we get, we really the trouble quite a lot of the voters. The one where they talk to me, where they call me, then just worry SLPP.
I don't get that one at all. Sorry.
Waiting at the thing where we people and worried about. A lot of people and they call me, then they consistently tell me for SLPP they get away.
The people then concerns them very legitimate and valid.
Yes, then say because SLPP they get away with murder.
As the party.
Okay, I think we get one way we can get the sound for sync again. Now for just use the word hello, we hear you, everybody hear you. Okay, Mr. Bayraytay, do you hear me?
I think you don't go.
Yeah, the line don't bad off. That is why they come in when you talk.
Hello?
Yeah, they hear you.
All right. I'm going to do the same thing, please.
Hello?
And they get you.
Okay. You know, the worries where the people can get, you know, and quite a lot of them, they don't be very, very consistent. They don't say SLPP, they get away with murder. And the most important part, Panenfia, and the fact there is a trend. SLPP, they test low. When you see them test, they don't get any resistance, then they carry on with within a window. Like for instance, this Elections Act where then do, where agreeable to say, by all possible means, when they count the votes, then for count and force now the local area and agree, verify them before they send on our headquarters. I feel whose side them people here don't can feel they can get away with that. Now what's happen na Kabbalah? Right under APC the AI. Then do the elections done, then say then they go continue a free talk. And we know what's happen. They end up forgetting themselves a result and say if una want to go put. And today, nothing not happen. APC be saying they go court. We don't know if they go court. We don't know if they answer them questions and they nothing not happen. No happen. So now them fear they have people and get. Say APC has not been boxing their weight. Because many a times during this government, them bad governance, they don't get away with things that we're not supposed to don't get away with. And Kabbalah, now one of them time Nende, you guys went there, una catch them pa theft. As we speak, the person will engage is still a work for the same system. And it's going to take part in this. Now many people in the talk for say this election will take place. Then come back in the future and say then can count the rogue APC, dry one. So the people that know the people that what they talk about. But it seems like for say now APC not learn nothing. But the people that don't learn say, them people there they cannot be trusted. Not at all.
Imran, you make some very, very good points. But you know what? These elections as a party, we are ever prepared to make sure that the votes of the people then will be protected, and that as a party, we have the capacity to make sure, say, the process is transparent and they adhere to provisions were cited in the Public Elections Act of 2022. You are very right. There is some notoriety. But any way for postpone these elections, it is like you are also extending the suffering of Sierra Leoneans, which SLPP wants, for let them stay in power. But I will tell you, say right now, if you do take phone, you do just randomized calls in this country, people then will tell you, say, we want this election even today because we don't tire them people and they don't spoil this economy. Because every day we will sleep, people and they find it's very difficult for even think for it. One grain yabas.
But
me when I can come for talk to the public, I go to market. Small yabas na 5,000 leons.
You still watch we had on YouTube and on Facebook, 1,156, 666 likes on YouTube, and on Facebook we get 602 with 796. Thank you very much. If you're not subscribed, please consider for subscribe. And we actually don't go over the time. We actually don't go over the time. So we will come back and talk. More time they follow bring Abudlai, and unfortunately we get problem with the line. The other way we are not like we get problem with the line. So we go back for we
one for ask and say one green by election Nakabala. They rogue there right under the eye.
Yeah.
How would we trust them for make them do a whole national elections? They not rogue them. One green by election.
But the problem now, the line don't they go bad with them.
Now that's and,
so
because that's what most of the critics.
Yes, I see the line.
You get me?
The line is the internet don't look stable. I don't know why.
Yes, so you get me now
because now modem they use.
Okay.
We normal very strong at the
okay. So you
definitely get for come back.
Yeah. Well, maybe I will just say now that the time don't almost come to an end. I will just say once more, Una, thank you for your.
Okay.
Yeah, I will just say Una, thank you for the opportunity. As he said, the line don't look too stable, but at least I appreciate this opportunity Una give me, and some of the questions we had owner ask, I will further probe into them so that next time I will come, if I need for come clarify any other thing, it will be another opportunity. I tell Una, thank you to the viewers then.
You get me?
Yes.
So now one last thing no more, although something they cook, but anyway, we'll talk down the behind the scene. Thank you very much as well. Thank you.
Because I really feel like because I'm able to ask this last question where people the most of the critics that they waiting. Say one green by election at Kabbalah. Then what's Unayai with Pepe Water right under our face.
No.
Return and give a bad result. How we
now we win
national elections are able for protect we. Kabbalah protect we.
Now we been win that elections, that mayoral elections where they so now that tell you say go put 049, then change to 149. We end up detect them, they end up make sure say now we win that elections because we're able for detect them. So now that same robust way they will come into the national election.
Yeah, when I win one, but the other one is saying you go contact a free turn, then you will a rogue result. Una threaten say una dey go na court. Say they no hear nothing. A left pounder. Now that people and afraid. That is just a by-election. Check them. APC said they were going to court. And we not hearing nothing ever since.
Interestingly, I see that video there of the former caretaker, Anesbai KOROMA, where people and they share this BNT, they talk about the election. And I want to make people know, say that video, they know about this election they're talking about. That Kwenadugu election they talk about. So because I see people in the poll and they share and say, hey, the Anesbai KOROMA don't talk about the election, not talk so now be that Kwenadugu election day.
Kwenadugu, yes.
Yes. So I think a valid question, Andy, but with the being Abudlai Bayraytay back before the election, for let we come again and talk.
They get for come back. Way before they get for come about 2 more time.
Yes,
we need that.
time. In fact, not only one no more. They get for the camp. They get for the camp. You know, for
Thank you.
Yeah,
and the good thing about it, he answers them very detailed. I want to commend you for that. We really appreciate you because you talk to the people. You show like for say you are a very caring
and
honest
person.
And very honest as well. And the other thing is, you get humility, and part the humility, you're sensitive to the people and feelings. And that is very, very special. Now, a special gift where a politician forgets. Thank you very much, sir.
Before you thank him, I'll tell you one thing again where I will commend them for. Somebody asked on this platform, say, when you will go tongue, because we need you. Right now, this platform, you promise you to go tongue, and today they tongue.
You see? So he's very honest, and he humble, and they understand the people and sensitivities, which is really great.
So thank you very much, Mr. Bayraytay, for joining me today.
Thank you. I appreciate the compliments. I'm very humbled by that. And it's a pleasure, Ibrahim, for sharing the same platform with you. Thank you so much.
Too, sir. It's a privilege. Thank you.
Okay, all right. Bye-bye. So the producer for this one today, now Fatima Conte. Yes, Fatima. Not able for January today. Fatima, I hope you enjoy yourself right now. Anyway, thank you. And Imran, I will just kick the ball to you again. Let me just round up quickly with you on 1 or 2 words then before we go. And because tomorrow, let's just tell you, say, and you and people, and we're not to you, people, and say, tomorrow, basically the program will focus on Monday and Tuesday events in the country. You know, as we hope for see people and see, don't know, also on Monday, on Tuesday, they come out. It's not the program specifically, we're not the mix them, nothing in the kind inside there. Sorry about that, but again for be an Imran in robustness, you know, and tomorrow they put on in 2 gloves them, because although they can protect 2 to 1, but 2 gloves they wear tomorrow for make sure say, you know, talk to the people on certain things. And then we get one video I see Sister Admin sent to we. That video they very, very much important. And I do one video today with the Senegal people you know, and simply this show it send message to we, and because I find out something about, you know, Salon people especially the opposition, very much hypocrite people Some of them get what word say, I know let them see me face. Are they afraid? Are they this? Are they that? But when it comes for enjoyment, and then first they want to go for go enjoy. Wait to make her they say this. I don't see them call for protest in America. I don't see them call now UK. I don't see them call now Brussels. Few people you can't see one the way they go for protest. But when Samuel Kamara go na USA, when he go na UK, we see the number of people where they come show face. Hey, Samuel Kamara, what you do? But when they say come and they talk for the people, stand by the people, and they not the grief for come on. And they tell you, hey, me are afraid, and all they see me face. Very much hypocrite. So we discuss all of this tomorrow because I see the Senegalese people Senegalese people today. When me say self-witness, where I see the way out then they try for put the message across. I film them and I will show people them tomorrow. Whilst Amina sent to me one other video where we go play and talk to the people them based on them video they also and other incidents them when they happen all around, because we actually need for let the people know say they get right to certain things. In as much as the government no go want that, but we for stand up for what we believe for. If today we talk Nelson Mandela. Some of you know Nelson Mandela was in prison for over 27 years. Una dey sing and jubilate for him. But una don't know how he suffer. He not just sit down he become president too. And he make sure so when he become president, he stand again by the people. Now people then they talk about Malema. Malema not just get in name no more. He stand up even against his own party where he belong to. They expel him. He form his own party. He stand up for the people. So to this 10 years, so we see how it's like with Malema. Most of when they talk Malema. All of the other when they talk about Malcolm X. When they talk about how you call this other guy, Mahatma Gandhi. When they talk about Martin Luther King and other people, they not just get their name for nothing. They stand up. They risk everything. People then get for do something. It's unfortunate because I know some of them. Well, you cannot. They can join there. I wish I for be able. I wish, but still. We left that day for tomorrow. Imran.
Pamulemina Kabo again. Thank you for we wanna join with today at this bafire. My brother a yard way na Viranda we talk about things then these days. We not go be a yard because we not freeborn them. And this issue of freeborn we my brother talk about so nothing way very, very important way salon people and get for look at. I agree with you, my dear brother. Even at WhatsApp, so false name then and then forum them. For waiting. You know to freeborn? Not to you right for come out and give your opinion freely. Not to you right for come out and talk about issues them we relate to how una live una life now una country. Now your responsibility for lay hold your government to account for make them do the things that within there. Like for instance, we see during these elections, they all don't come with manifestos, talk all kind jargons, state all kind thing. Now una get for make sure una hold them to account. All them thing and they wouldn't say, then they can do, then do them. But when you know Abu in real life, you know Baba in your cyber life, how they go to correlate them two things then they like why they show me passports na Imran, me driving license na Imran, me social media name na Imran T, the same Imran, same face, same name wherever I go. You know, salon people will get for begin to take with civic responsibility very seriously. Not so idle, where we can and then place there every day, we can do what they do. People then they call me, then they insult me. Some man they tell me for say if me na man, me the optic at the back, la go down, na ground, make them go deal with me. But I'm not afraid. I don't feel threatened because I feel to say it is that small sacrifice I have to make for make me country go team up Tiranga. How we for team up, where we all go benefit, where we all go feel happy once again. So do you have Salon family? What me brother talk now? Not to enough for end up with, but when he talk, I feel in my heart, and I feel to say, I get for add part that talk there. Do ya? Unallow we take responsibilities as a citizen very seriously. We're not going to expect other people and for go do and for we international community. How about us? It is our land. It is our country. It good, now we the benefit. It bad, now we the suffer. We're not going to expect other people and for can make sacrifices for we. Now we get for take we country, it load very seriously. But all the same, bad bush not there for two way, bad brother and sister them. Even though after these elections, we begin the firm bush for two, we not they take responsibilities. But even so, we love una very much, and I'm very, very happy for the Utuna today, na the yard. God bless una, and God bless the yard. Thank you, mi fambulem.
God bless the Bafa as well. And the Bafa will continue to get strong Kintiklen. When breeze no go shake. Thank you, I appreciate you. Even within we can late for communicate with you, but you always make yourself available. I love me out to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you too.
All right. Thank you to all. We don't watch, we don't like, we don't share, we don't comment. And I as well want to tell plenty. Thank you to we family member. We give you $50 at the beginning of the program. We appreciate you so much. Yeah, please. Thank you very much. We did down for you. And thanks to the one that always make them contribution. The election basket is still open, so you can make no get anything where you get now you earn. By this week, now no more we get for plan. If you see we miss the planning this week, problem good day for we for able for cover the election proper one. You know, so on behalf of the team, on behalf of we family members, them we always the watch we always the follow, and including the one themselves where they come for can't wait to they talk about, but they not care about what thing we do, but they still the cost we, but then they come every day. Imran, the serious thing is what they say. Then they come every day, but they cost we every day. But still they know they avoid we, and they come back for get the information. But still want for thank you all very much. You know, all very much important to we. We appreciate you now. God bless we country Sierra Leone where we call we had. My name is Sembe Pierre, the freedom fighter. We are out.
Oh yo, Raga Spice. Oh yo, Mama son and answer. See me through, yeah. They say them walk alright. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. May I tell them the story. Story. We make Salomon. They know they work now the country bend. Tribalism don't put we go behind. They know they work then they talk say they spend. Them go come we go run up to them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. For we country money. And it's how we them go one by one we go friend them. Country banana the country it dry. Country tranga it at so smile. Then they put whip and cry. See right now we walk. They say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. I pay the people and don't tire with the system. Tire with the way then they lie. Where they want make them host and them married with salo money then they use buy. Where they want buy their speedboats and them salo money then they use buy. Where they tell them the truth and they vex. Now radio and TV they deny. Una want them move for the bambai. Una want them move for the bambai. We tired with the rotten system. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. Tired with them but cool lie. Tired with the way them they walk. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. And sound of the give fire. We don't tire. We belly them empty. We don't tire. What another in the country? We don't tire. They say them walk alike. They say them thief money. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say them go build the bridge. The part they fly boku. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then say corruption go down. You not then corrupt. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Then be say youth them go smile. Look where youth them they cry. All the promises where them make go, one day not fulfill. Now then they shoot, then they loot, then they take, then all they put. We journalists them sit on them youth. Raga Spice I tell them the truth. How long pan this? How long pan that? How long for the thief we money and go? You know me say because of we born pampo, that means we for die pampo. We economy is slow. Country no they grow. Oh no. Ebola lalio. Now then they give we the like the cutting. What up.